Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our fifth night, our fifth day of our 20-day course of meditation online. Let's meditate for 21 days, and here we are. I am Eleonora from Switzerland. I am a primary school teacher, and in addition to that, I also practice Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is absolutely free. And the founder, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, always highlighted the need of Sahaja Yoga to be free. This program will be 1 hour long. And you can stay after if you want, if you have any doubt or any question, because there will be some breakout rooms where you can ask questions in the language that you prefer, with some Sahaja Yoga instructors that will be ready to chat and to speak with you if you have any doubt. If you are new, this is your first night, don't worry because every session is recorded. Yesterday, we saw how to clear the right and our left channel. We saw there are channels within us of energy. And tonight, after doing one and the other, we will see the central channel and the energy centers called chakras that are in this central channel. We will have 2 guided meditations. We will have a video where Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi will explain us, will speak to us about these centers and the Kundalini, the energy Kundalini, and also we will have some live music. Let's see who is with us tonight. What is the theme of tonight? We have Fatima with us from France and Switzerland because she lives exactly at the border and she will lead the first meditation. Good evening, Fatima, and welcome. Tell us more about yourself and what do you do? You practice Sahaja Yoga, of course, and what do you do in addition to that?
Good evening, Eleonora. Good evening, everyone. So yes, I practice Sahaja Yoga since I can remember because my parents were practicing when I was born. So
Very lucky.
yes, I use it very much in my day-to-day life. Apart from that, I'm a dance teacher and practitioner and South Indian dance called Bharatanatyam, and I also find it very much connected to meditation. So it's wonderful how it helps you on so many levels of daily life.
Fantastic. And tonight, Fatima, she will lead our first meditation and she will guide us through these energy centers. But let's go to the second member of our team, Sarah, always from Switzerland. She will lead the second meditation of tonight. Tell us more about yourself, Sarah.
Hello, Eleonora. Hello, everyone. So I live in Switzerland since some years. And originally I'm from France and Ivory Coast, so I speak French. And I started to practice Sahaja Yoga from the moment I understood that I just want to be the self. I don't know if you remember from the first session, but we do a guided meditation to awaken our Kundalini and we say, I am the true spirit. And the true spirit is our true self. It's the self that is eternal, that is collective. And in all my life, I always wanted to be someone collective, someone that feels in harmony with everyone and with the nature. So,
And
that
for sure, tonight you will share this with us. So thank you very much, Sarah. And then we have our musician, because I said that we will have some live music. We will have our Marie from Switzerland that will play the piano for us. Good evening, Marie, and welcome.
Yes, thank you, Leonora. Welcome, everyone. My name is Marie, and I live in Geneva, in Switzerland. It's a great pleasure for me to play for you this evening in live music, especially. I play for you one of my compositions based on a melody on a famous composer, German composer, Jean Sebastian Bach. And in this,
for sure, your music will guide us through meditation and to keep us more and more relaxed and in contact with ourselves. This is very important. Thank you very much, Marie. I now give the lead to Fatima because we are going to start to be practical, to start really our meditation and to discover more about this central channel and the chakras. To you, Fatima.
Thank you, Eleonora. So as you can see, I'm sure you're very familiar with this chart already. I think you've already gone through the left and right channel yesterday, if I'm correct. And today we are going to focus a little more on the energy centers. There are 7 of them, and we have energy centers on our left, right channel, but also on the central channel. And we're going to focus on the central channel energy centers tonight. So this is how we are built inside, if you want. This is our subtle body. And just as we have a physical body, we have a subtle body. And now that we have our self-realization, we can be aware of it. It was always there, except that we were not aware of it. So at the beginning, this may sound a little bit abstract to you, but as you meditate more and more, you will find that you will start feeling and having sensations of these chakras, either in your body or on your hands, because they also are connected to our hands. So it will become very tangible, very, very real. And the state of these chakras depends very much on our behavior towards ourselves or towards others. It depends on our, upbringing, on anything that has conditioned us so far. And we all have our strengths and weaknesses. But what is fantastic with Sahaja Yoga is that the information that you get about the state of your chakras, whether they're weak or strong, doesn't come from a third person. It doesn't come from an opinion, but it comes from your own energy that lies inside of you, that we call as the Kundalini. And this is a feminine energy, a motherly energy, we say. So she knows you just like your mother would know you, like a mother knows her child by heart. There are no secrets for her regarding you, she just knows everything about you. So she will know where to go and nourish these chakras, where to, how to cleanse them. There is not anything that you have to do except to desire for her to work it out. And because this energy is so pure and is absolute, because it is connected to this all-pervading power. Now that you have your realization, your own energy is connected to this all-pervading power. It is the absolute truth. We human beings are used to living in a world that is relative. And, I'll give you a very simple example. We go to the doctor and he'll give you one diagnosis. He say, this is why you're sick. But if you go to another doctor, he may have a different opinion, right? So as human beings, we are still limited. And for us to become, to tap into this unlimited truth and absolute truth, the only way is to go beyond the mind and to connect to our own energy through meditation. So this is when the journey of transformation begins. And this is the topic for tonight, transformation through meditation. You can, once you identify your weaknesses in your chakras, so you will feel it as tingling or heat, you can then clear these chakras with very simple techniques that we are going to go through in the next session. So we use Eleonora is going to explain a little bit at the end, what kind of elements we use. And And also I wanted to point out that every chakra is associated with one specific quality. And on the chart, if we can maybe go back to the PowerPoint, you can see that there is different qualities. For instance, we have innocence for the first chakra, or creativity for the second one. And what I like the idea that I like here is that these qualities may not be all awakened yet, but they all lie inside ourselves as potentials, and they are just waiting to be manifested. And that is only possible through meditation and through introspection, understanding where we are and how far we still have to go. And this is a lifelong journey, right? We always have to become a better version of ourselves. This is a daily work, even for those, I've been meditating since ever, but I have so much to work on still. So this is the beauty of the journey. And also you realize that it is not only in your meditation, but in your daily life, because now you're connected, because now you have this sensitivity, you will see how what you say, what you do has an impact on your chakras, on your energy centers. For instance, if you talk harshly to someone, you may feel that in the evening when you sit down to meditate, or as you're talking to the person, that the center of the throat, which its main quality is communication, you may feel a little bit of heat, there. So the other way is also true. If you decide that today I'm going to do something for someone, I'm going to express my love, then in return you will feel the benefits on your energy centers. So it's wonderful to see how this meditation and this connection that we have has an impact also in our daily life. So now let's move on to the meditation. We are going to sit down with our palms facing up, and we can just close our eyes and take some deep breaths, and just take a minute to calm down and pause after a long day. And we will start, like the other meditations that you've been doing so far, by raising our Kundalini. So with the left hand will go up, and the right hand will rotate around the left hand. And we keep our attention inside while we're doing this, and see if we feel our Kundalini raising. And as we go up, we can tie a knot. We can do this a second time. Here we can tie 2 knots, and a third time. So here we are asking our Kundalini to rise. And the third time, we'll do 3 knots. And now we're going to give ourselves what we call a bandhan, a protection. So we do it 7 times for our 7 chakras. So we go and come back like this 7 times. And this will create an invisible to the eye protection from anything that we may absorb, because we are connected to everything around us. Six and 7. And we are going to go along all the energy centers from the first one, which is at the base of our spine. So we can place our hand at the base of our spine. just in front. And the quality of this chakra, its main quality is innocence. So here it's all our childlike qualities that we may have lost while growing up, but that are still very much there. So we can ask our energy. We can call her as mother because she is a motherly energy. We can say, Mother, please make me innocent. Give me the capacity to enjoy everything like a child. And while we do this, we just keep the state of where we observe, right? What is happening inside. Now we'll place the hand on the second energy center, which is on the lower abdomen. And here resides our potential for creativity. So we can ask, Mother, please make me creative. In everything that I do, give me this beautiful, connected, I want to say, creativity, the one that comes from the central channel, from the purest parts of my being. Now we'll place the hand on the navel. And here resides our potential for peace. And nowadays, more than ever, we need to find this peace so badly. And be able to also give it to the people around us. So we can ask, Mother, please make me, may I be or become a peaceful personality. And may the peace that is inside of me be strong enough to transform the people I meet. Now we can place our hand on the center heart, we call it, because we have a left and a right heart in Sahaja Yoga, just in the middle, on our chest. And the main quality that resides in our heart is the sense of security, but also of love. This comes together because when we are loved, we feel secure. So we can ask Mother, please give me complete security and the full understanding that I am loved and that I can love in return. Now we'll place our hand on the throat, on the fifth energy center. And this is the center of communication and how we connect to others, how we feel part of something bigger, that we're all in it together. We don't feel separate, but we feel that we are part of the same thing. So here we can say, Mother, please give me the capacity to be connected to everyone, and not to feel separated. Now we can place the hand on the forehead. This is a bit of a tricky center because this is where the left and the right channels cross. So the passage for our Kundalini, the energy is very narrow. Therefore, it's really important to go beyond our mind, beyond this brain, and to forgive. So here we can ask Mother, please help me to forgive everyone and to forgive myself. And finally, we can place our hand on top of our head, on the fontanelle bone area. So it's this part that was not calcified when we were born. And we just press the palm here, and we can rotate from left to the front, right, and back, so clockwise. And here we can say, Mother, please give me the integration of all the qualities that are inside of me. Give me the connection to this universal power. And give me a balanced personality. can put the hand back on the lap. And let's try and keep our attention on the top of our head. Just for a minute. If there are any thoughts, let's try and ignore them. Now we're going to listen to a talk of Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, the founder of Sahaja Yoga. I invite you to keep your hands open and to stay in that state of meditation, because her words have emanate a lot of vibrations. So just keep that observing state. Thank you.
We cannot enjoy anything in life. Really, we cannot. You can see the way people are now going on for such sensational things. The reason is there's no joy. The sensitivity to joy is so reduced that I sometimes fear, with all that they are doing, so fed up, that they may have to put electrodes in their limbic area to get the joy instantly. They have become so very insensitive to anything. They will not love, they will not smile. They are so full of closed hearts and frightening things, whatever is said about human beings. Now, first thing you have to know, you don't have to suffer at all. Secondly, you don't have to judge yourself. Let your Kundalini rise and judge you. You don't start judging yourself and condemning yourself. And another fashion, which is very common, is to feel guilty. From the very beginning, you start, I am afraid. What are you afraid of? You have to have all the courage, all the blessings, and all the confidence. You are a human being. And this is the message I want to tell you, that you are a human being and you have to be the spirit. And once you are the spirit, you will be surprised, the blessings will be showering upon you. In these modern times, to talk about these things is out of date. But it is predicted that this will be said and this will be done. For us, it is important, first of all, to know our own glory, our own truths, and about how we are built and how others are built. Once you know that, first of all, the peace within is established. Unless and until there is peace within, what do you talk of this peace organization and peace Nobel Prize? I have seen the people who have got Nobel Prizes are the most hot-headed, so much that you have to talk to them with a barge pole in between. Anytime they are up to jump on you, you cannot challenge them. Even talking to them is a difficult situation. So how are they going to have this peace foundation when they are themselves so shaky? Then you have other things talking about the love, full of lust and greed. They love your purse, not you. When you talk of love, love is a thing that's detached. Like the sap in the tree rises, goes to all the leaves, all the trunk, all the flowers, all the fruits, and comes back. It's not attached. If it gets attached to one fruit, the tree will die and the fruit will die too. So this pure love or the divine love is detached. That's why it acts, it works. A person who is a realized soul is such a pure personality. that even a glance of such a person can do lots of things. Even a thought of such a person in the attention can do so many things, bring about so many changes. So, this is the time of our transformation. We have to become a higher personality. The transformation has to take place. At the time of Easter, we give people eggs. Perhaps people do not know why do we give them eggs at the time of Easter. But about Christ is written in our scriptures that he was an egg to begin with. Of course, he was much more before that, but to begin with, he was the God of innocence. But then he came as an egg. And then he was divided into two halves. The one half which incarnated and which transformed Easter. So the resurrection is the transformation. Like an egg, if we are bound by our conditioning and by our ego, we break through that shell and become a bird which is really a free bird. Only thing, the bird has to know how to fly. Now this is, again I am saying, is the living process of the living nature, of the living power of love. It is not something artificial. In Sahaja Yoga, I must have spoken in this hall, I don't know how many times before. And again, today there's a chance to speak to you. What I have to say that it is important, the becoming is not important. You cannot become a member of Sahaja Yoga. You cannot pay membership. You cannot pay for your realization. How can you pay? How much do we pay to the Mother Earth to sprout the seed? Does she understand? Because she has the power, she sprouts the seed. If you give her money or read something before her, it makes no difference. But once you get your realization, you start understanding how many powers you have. And the greatest power is of compassion and detached love. These 7 chakras are within us, which are to be enlightened by the awakening of the Kundalini, about which Dr. Spiro has already told you. Now, in this short time, I cannot cover up the whole subject. I must have given at least more than 1,000 lectures in English language. But I would request you one thing, that forget about what you have learned so far, about your conditionings. Because if you had achieved anything out of that, I was not necessary. Now, you have to see, with a clean slate as they say, what you can achieve in this lifetime, which is the most important thing is to be achieved. The highest of all, that you become sensitive to joy. Then you start seeing joy in everything. You don't have to think as, oh, this is the thing which is marvelous. No, it just happens. You see, it is. Just you enjoy without thinking about it. You become a peaceful personality. You become a dynamic personality. You are not swayed by the waves of things like some fashion coming up, then some sort of a nonsensical idea coming up, then some medicine coming up, and you treating yourself and getting into trouble. You just rise above all these things at a higher level, and you start seeing everything as a witness. You become the witness of all the jokes that are going on, and you just watch it, and you think, what's all this? It's just a play. Many people have said that, Mother, you always laugh so much and you have always smiling face, so the people are not going to take you seriously. I said, I don't want them to be serious. There's not going to be any seriousness needed. What are you serious about? You should be happy, it's fun. We have to be happy people. We have to be happy. Those people who think they are very guilty should punish themselves by saying, you are not guilty, you are not guilty. 108 times. That's what we have in Sahaja Yoga. It's just a myth. All these are myths. We are working with myths and making our lives miserable. which is meant to be joy, happiness, and all the overflowing blessings of the divine. Whatever I'm telling you about, we have within ourselves all the great powers hidden of our brain, of our liver, of our heart. They are to be enlightened. And then in the light, you see everything. But as in this room you have so many lights, you have to just push in one button and the whole thing comes down. In the same way it happens. But if I start telling you about the history of electricity in the dark and all about how it came here and what all happened, you would be just fed up with it. So, what we are doing is to tell you that let us put on the button first. You better have your light and see in that light if it is true or not. If it is true, you have to understand and accept it honestly. You have to be honest to yourself. That is the main point I am trying to tell you. We are not to play about with ourselves and play about with our conditionings. We have to be honest and to get to our properties that are within ourselves. I am not here to oblige you at all. There is no obligation. It's just like a catalyst, I would say. And you become the catalyst yourself once you get your realization. And you can do all that I can do. It's very easy and very simple. May God bless you all.
So now I invite you to sit 1 more minute in meditation and absorb the words that Shri Mataji just spoke before Marie plays a beautiful piano piece for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marie. I hope you enjoyed this moment of peace and joy as I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. We are going to continue now with a hand massage session. The purpose of this hand massage is to feel vibration in our hands and accompany our Kundalini to help her to clear out our chakras through the hands. The hands are very important in Sahaja Yoga. Your left hand for the left side, right hand for the right side. And now we are going to put attention on this part of the hand. This is my left hand. This place expresses the qualities of our first chakra, the Muladhara. We are going to massage it with the thumb. So you can rotate around this zone. To massage, you can also press. We are going to do it first on the left hand. Then on the right hand. And try to put attention on those parts of your hands to figure out already if you feel something. If you don't feel anything, no problem. Just be patient with you. It took me a while before to feel vibrations. But maybe also you can feel something cool, hot, or tickling, like Fatima was explaining. Those sensations express the state of our chakras. If you feel cool, it means this chakras is balanced. Otherwise, it needs to be clear out to be in balance. When we massage, we can massage now the both chakras like this. We can also address to our Kundalini a prayer so that we help also with our desire to accompany those chakras and the circulation of our Kundalini in those chakras. We can ask, Mother Kundalini, please make me innocent, make me spontaneous, make me humble. Before to continue with the next chakras, if you wear some glasses, I invite you to remove it. Try to observe what you feel in the place where you were giving a massage to your hands. Just observe without any judgment. And we are going to move to the second chakra. So this is your thumb. The second chakra is called Swadhisthana. So with the right hand, we massage all along the finger. And we can do it to the second. So with our left hand, we go to the right thumb. And we can address to our Kundalini, Mother Kundalini, please awaken within me the pure creativity and the pure knowledge. The knowledge of my being, my true being. The second chakra is placed at the very base of our core. And expressing in our hands in the thumb. Again, we can put back both hands on the lap and just observe those two fingers. If you feel one is more heavy, we can also shake it like this. We can shake just to release all tensions in those fingers. Now let's put attention on the big finger, the middle finger. Just let's see how is it now. And we are going to start the massage with the left hand. We use the right hand to massage the left middle finger. So this figure is related to our Nabi chakra, which is at the middle of our belly, the navel, at the navel. You can also do the right side, and we can ask, Mother Kundalini, please make me a peaceful personality. While we massage, we can put attention also on the navel. Don't hesitate to insist on the very end of the finger. And we can put both hands on the lap. And observe what we feel in both middle fingers. Maybe one finger has a sensation different from the other. It just means that the state of this side is different from the other. So your Kundalini is circulating in a different condition. We are going to move to the pinky finger. So again, we start with the left pinky finger, the little finger. This finger is related to the fourth chakra, the chakra of the center heart, Anahata, which is based on at the level of the sternum bone. You can massage the right one now. Start really from the base of the finger and go all along. Every part of the finger is important. Here we can ask Mother Kundalini, please. Give me a secure personality and a loving personality. We can take a deep breath to relax our chest. Please, Mother Kundalini, give me a secure personality. Now we continue with the 5th chakra, expressed here. It's our index finger. We are going to massage the left index finger. This chakra is based at the base of our throat. We move to the right side. And we can ask, Mother Kundalini, please make me one with the whole. Allow me to become the witness, to see everything with detachment. We can move to the 6th chakra. This chakra is the ring finger. So we are going to massage the left ring finger. And so this 6th chakra is based on our forehead. And as we asked with Fatima, we can ask here, please, Mother Kundalini, make me a forgiving person. Give me the power of forgiveness so that I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Please give me the power of forgiveness. You can move to the right side. And let's see what our hands are telling to us. Try to observe those 5 fingers and the base of your palm, where is the Muladhara, the 1st chakra. And we are going to end this massage with the middle of the palm related to our 7th center. So we can massage this left hand on the center. The 7th chakra is called Sahasrara. And here we can ask, Mother Kundalini, please make me an integrated personality. Give me an integrated personality so that all the qualities of all my chakras are expressed through my awareness. So we can finish with a massage of the whole hand. This, if you continue this technique, you can also do it later on with some oil. and some salt. You can just mix a bit of salt and oil. And it will help you, if you do it regularly, it will help you to improve the sensation of the vibration in your hands. So let's put both hands again to the lap. And we are going to conclude this meditation by a protection that we started at the beginning of this meditation with Fatima. So to finish this session, we also do this protection again. So you place your left hand in front of your sacrum bone, and this left hand will rise along your spinal cord, and you will accompany it with the right hand going around it. So first in front, below, inside, above. In front, below, inside, above. So you turn around it and you go up to your head, and here up to your head you do a knot. We do it a second time, and then at the end you will do 2 knots. While you do the knot, you can put attention on the top of your head. We do it a third time, and then this time we will do 3 knots. And then we keep the left hand on the lap, wide open. And with the right hand, we go all around us like a rainbow that comes on the top of the hand. So we do one first movement, left to the right, right to the left, and we repeat it 7 other times to cover the 7 chakras. When you finished your 7 bow, you can join both hands. And I thank you to be with us for this session. I hope you enjoyed. And now I give the microphone to Eleonora.
Thank you very much, Sarah, and thank you very much to all of you. Indeed, tonight we discovered more about our central channel and how our energy centers, the chakra, are reflected also on our hands, where our Kundalini can tell us how actually we are in our subtle system. This is the first step of the transformation, the topic of tonight, and how to know ourselves. And so tomorrow evening, we will talk about the natural elements. If today we saw the chakras, we will see how the natural elements, they come in touch and resonate with our subtle being and how they help us to go deeper in meditation. We will see generally one of the first technique that help us to clear our subtle system, the foot soak, and how to enjoy properly meditation. This will be for Friday. Tomorrow we will talk about the natural elements, and for Friday, write it on your phone, keep a note, prepare the items that you can see in the monitor in front of you. A bucket that you will use only for your foot soak, salt, paper towel, and a jug to rinse your water your feet with water at the end, and a towel. It has been a very lovely evening, and for sure you might have some questions, and you probably want to reach out to us. Remember that anytime you can contact us in our breakout rooms, the chat which is available for you, but also you can join our community on our social media. Remember that the breakout rooms, in the breakout rooms, you can join the language that you prefer. You can write in the chat question and answer, and you can also write directly to me in my chat if you have any question. Don't you forget. So take some time now to think if there is something clear or not, and don't hesitate to write to us. But I would like to call back my team, Marie, Fatima, and Sarah, to ask you some questions, because throughout this evening you led the meditation and you help us to go in meditation. You help us to discover more about this Sahaja Yoga word founded by Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. I will start with Fatima. In your experience, because it's very practical, Sahaja Yoga, have you ever felt a chakra in time getting stronger or cleared out, and how the evolution of the state of your chakras transformed your Sahaja Yoga experience?
Yes, Eleonora. I mean, there are many stories to share, but I would like to focus on the last chakra since it's a bit of a shortcut because, as it was explained earlier on, in the last chakra, all the other qualities are taken care of because all the chakras
Chakra, which is on the head, isn't it?
This one, exactly.
Exactly.
So I think that along the years, my sensitivity in the Sahasrara has increased, and during the day, I can feel, vibrations on top of my head. Or if I'm talking to someone, if it's something positive, then immediately the Kundalini will react here for me. I think we all have different ways that it expresses. People feel sometimes more in the hands. For me, it's very much on the.
It can also help you to surf, to swim, let's say, to live better your life situation, to understand this is good for me, no, this is not good for me, or this is a very good environment. I feel at peace. I feel really connected with the environment around me through the last center, isn't it?
Exactly. And
interesting.
Thinking about it, it responds, it's like the Kundalini is alert. Of course, sometimes it works better than others, but maybe I can share a short little story like this. Once I was going for a meditation session in Geneva, and it was my turn to lead it. And that night I was late. I'm definitely not Swiss because I have a problem with being on time. And I had left late, and I was like, "Oh my God! Now what if I can't arrive late because tonight I'm guiding the meditation and people are gonna be there. It's gonna look so bad." So in these moments of panic or an emergency, this is where I always feel that the Kundalini responds the best. And I said, "Okay, there's nothing I can do." I was on the road. I had put my GPS, and there was traffic, of course, because this was rush hour, and it was all red, I could see on the GPS, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it on time. And it was giving me, maybe arriving 10, 15 minutes late. That's the GPS was showing, So I was like, now what can I do? The only thing that is left, because it's out of my control, I'm on this road, I'm stuck, is to put my attention on my Sahasrara, because I don't do anything. And I just prayed and I said, I need you now, Mother Energy, I need you. And I just said, let me use Waze instead of Google Maps. And initially it was also showing, that I was arriving 10 minutes late. But I said, let me use Waze anyway. So I went with Waze, and the time was decreasing. And this very rarely happens. It never happens, with a GPS. It always goes up, never down when there's traffic. And it was just going down, down, down. And it was taking me through routes I'd never taken before. And it was just showing blue, there was no red anymore on the GPS. Bam, bam, bam. All the lights were green, and I arrived on time. And I was like, wow, this is a miracle. So I was super charged up to start the meditation. And that's the kind of things that happen, in daily life.
That things just click, they become a bit more easy. And thank you very much, Fatima. But I would like to ask Marie, because Marie played for us beautiful music but didn't have the chance to speak much, so about her own experience. And I do it by taking a question that are writing me right in this moment. Um, One of our followers, one of our person in the public is asking, during the meditation last day, I felt pain in the center of my forehead, top center of the forehead, and it is spread to become a headache. Now, he's asking why, and we can say, and then I come to you, to Marie, to the question for you. We can say that when the thoughts are bombarding us from the past or the future, what we have to do, what we have done, they accumulate in this area, no? And the Kundalini, when it works, it can create a bit of a friction. It can happen, but because basically the thoughts, they don't want to leave us, and still our pure desire and the Kundalini can let us go through. So one method to go over this is just to work on the Agnya chakra, the center, which is here. And here I come to you, Marie. What did it help you in your experience of Sahaja Yoga to open more your chakras, to be more balanced? In your own experience, I feel that can be maybe also music can help you in
Yes,
opening your
yes.
chakras and in transform you through meditation.
Yes, it's true. Actually, what you feel when you listen music is the same when I'm playing music. So you become less aware, and doesn't mean that I'm all the time without thinking and all. This is a process. I mean, we have to build a piece. So we have the process really to master our technical part, like we did this evening, to really let the flow.
Without
That's the
effort.
magic, yes, without effort. Then the magic is there, but how do you know that the magic is there? Because there is a same I recognize when I play piano when I was since childhood and now. This is a little silence, little
You don't think exactly.
but I recognize that I was not thinking because I starting to meditate. So, I can compare and just feel this is the same. I'm in meditation, or I put my attention on something so beautiful, so pure, so divine, we can say, because in classical music we have such a beautiful, like deeper composer that touch your heart. And immediately I knew that I was in the right way since childhood, and this process to really surrender myself, because I felt also vibrationally the music, like is
Vibration,
really,
so you felt some sensations on your
yes,
hand and on top of your
yes,
head, isn't it? Which means that the Kundalini was kind of dancing in unison with all the
completely,
chakras, because she brings balance, isn't it? Because
yeah.
let's say it's worth it to remind everyone that it's the Kundalini who brings us into meditation, which is silence, complete silence. We are present, we are aware,
Yes.
but we are not thinking. By not thinking, we can enjoy the present moment. And now I have a question for Sarah, now to get to know more the person who leads us with our second meditation, to feel more our sensations on the hands, and it was really amazing. Thank you very much, Sarah. But what could you say? What could you tell to a person that, yes, I can feel the Kundalini rising within myself and top of the head, on top of my head, but I cannot really put attention, and it's difficult to focus and to keep the focus. What would you answer to this? What could you suggest to keep the focus, to keep the attention above the head?
Um, there is a very basic thing is that you can put your hand on your head and press it a little bit and do a massage. And when you will remove your hand, observe the difference. Also, if you cannot focus because you have too many thoughts, just say, I forgive. Try to not get involved in the thoughts and just observe them from away.
So at the beginning, the movement of our hands in the center of our energy, in the spot of our energy centers, can help us to direct our attention there, isn't it?
You mean, yeah, you can use your
The
hand.
Sasrara, for exactly, because we don't have to visualize anything. It's not something that we have to see, but we have to feel. And exactly as you say, Sarah, the meditation happens thanks to this chakra, because we are above our thoughts. Indeed, absolutely.
Yeah,
and the
actually,
perfect sentence is, I forgive.
Yeah, and the hand, actually, you also make me remind that the hand are very important because your right hand is the one that directs your intention, and the left hand is the desire and also the one that receive. So with the left hand, you receive the energy that is surrounding you, and the right hand, with the right hand, you can help your Kundalini to direct your Kundalini in the place you want to work out something. For example, you feel tickling in the heart, you put your hand here and you keep your left hand open. You receive and you give in the same time.
And I have another question from our gentle followers. They're asking me, while I was massaging my hands, my chest started to hurt. Why was that? Well, dearest, it can happen as for the question of regarding the headache, that when the Kundalini meets our energy centers, it might happen that there is something to balance, something to put right. Because as Fatima said at the beginning, this energy is a mother energy. And our subtle system is a house that nobody was cleaning or looking after, and it was closed before having our self-realization, before she got awakened. So she's just taking care, in this case, of this center, the center of love, of security. So it's a sign that there was a work, that there was a workout in that center, but nothing to fear of, even if you felt some feedback that were not what you were expecting. But with a constant practice and following this course of 21 days, I think you slowly, you can relax the evening after evening. So it's totally normal. Don't worry. Fatima, I have a last question for you before closing our evening. It can happen that maybe I don't feel anything on my hands. I don't feel what you described before. I don't feel no heat. I don't feel cold. I don't feel any feedback. I don't feel anything. But still, I feel a force on top of my head. How could you explain that?
Yeah, I think just like you said, Eleonora, it's something totally normal, and we have to give it time because these sensations are very new. If you start learning the piano, you're not going to play like Marie the first time, right? You're going
Absolutely.
step by step, right? With anything, it's like that. So you need a little bit of practice, and when you get your self-realization, you may feel a state of peace, as you said. You may feel better generally. But if you don't feel anything on the hands, on your body, nor heat, nor cool breeze, that's fine. You have to be patient with yourself. The Kundalini is made of many, many strands, actually. And
also, it's worth it to mention that maybe at the beginning, giving ourselves time and be patient with ourselves, our first aim is to relax step by step and be always with less thoughts and keep our attention in the present. What do you think, Fatima?
yeah, absolutely. Just making sure that you're not thinking is the best thing you can do, because this allows the energy to work for you. You don't have to do anything. And
Exactly.
we're always used to doing things, to being in control. So here we're asking you to be the opposite, which is like unnatural for us. We are control freaks, right? So here you have to let go.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful thing because you can finally surrender and say, this is not my problem anymore. Don't identify also to if you have any heat or anything. And that's the best way, just to keep a little distance.
To let it go, to let the flow. Very interesting. I really thank all of you. The evening has been very precious and very bright in your company. Thank you for having led us with your beautiful meditation and your presence, your very auspicious presence, and your very auspicious music. I thank all the people that are connected with us because this is for you, and we hope that you can progress and you can continue your journey because it's a 21-day program. And tomorrow you will have another evening discovering the natural elements. We conclude the session here, and I wish you a good night. Goodbye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.